Ports and hopefully the peace and quiet that you're also enjoying there on Washington Road in Mount Lebanon. Certainly not the case during a usual day. Again, we are in the midst of a significant winter storm. Could put down anywhere from 9 to 12 inches of snow across a good portion of the area. Already a number of areas north of the city over a half foot, working towards 10 inches of snow. So very easily we could be talking about more than a foot, maybe pushing 14 inches of snow through parts of Beaver, Lawrence and Butler counties. Still the heaviest snow really knocking on our doorstep, as we will see that snow really starting to ramp up in intensity. We've already been dealing with very difficult road conditions in terms of the snowy roads, but also limited visibility. Meanwhile, south and east of the city, your snow totals will be cut more like a half foot to 9 inches of snow because of a wintry mix that is creeping its way northward through West Virginia right now. Across Allegheny County, it is snowing at a moderate to even heavy rate at times. So we've been seeing some of these snowfall accumulations of an inch or two per hour. These are still somewhat of these tiny flakes, but as those snowflakes continue to pile up, there's actually some air gaps between them, so you can get it a little more fluff factor going on, if you will. That's what we sometimes call it, and it could lead to some of those higher accumulations, at least initially, but we still got a ways to go here. Also seeing some of those darker shades of blue coming out of northeastern Butler County, sliding along the line between Clarion and Armstrong County. That's a pretty good burst of snow right now, and still steady across Beaver and Lawrence counties. Snow is also ramping up just a bit, especially as you travel right along Route 22 and even Route 30 heading into the heart of Greensburg. You can see more of that steady snow that continues over into the higher terrain from Latrobe into Ligonier and Blairsville. Also, snow has been filtering in across Uniontown and also in parts of Greene County. As again, we're going to keep our attention to the south as some of that warmer air is trying to creep in, getting close to Fairmont right now. So still a little ways off for us to see any of those impacts that could change things over to a bit of a wintry mix south and east of Allegheny County. Everybody's under a winter storm warning. That's until noon tomorrow. A little bit of a closer look at those accumulations. About 9 to 12, again, a good base for most of the area. But again, farther north you travel, especially between the city and about I-80, that's where we could be talking about 10 to even 14 inches of snow once things are all said and done by tomorrow morning. More like 6 to 9 across sections of Greene, Fayette, Westmoreland counties, also into West Virginia. Here's Futurecast. You can still see it's painted in blue, indicating the snow here for the next couple of hours. Then some of that warmer air trying to creep in from the south. Again, possibility of some periods of sleet, so you would hear more of a ping rather than a soft fall of the snow or the freezing rain, which would create that glaze of ice. Obviously, that combination, that icy mix plus the snow, could add a little extra stress to the tree limbs, the power lines, so we could see some localized power outages as well. Some of that freezing rain may want to try and clip parts of Greene County. That will continue into the afternoon. Again, we go over to more of that heavy, wet snow as we work through the afternoon, so we will continue to see the snow piling on as we go through the afternoon. Still expecting some steady rounds of snow through about 8 o'clock tonight. And then snow shower activity becomes a bit more scattered, and still some additional light accumulations can't be ruled out until Monday. So we won't completely shut the snow off probably until about midday tomorrow. So we'll keep our alert days rolling. It is also very cold. Wind chills have been hovering close to zero, if not a few degrees below that, as the wind has been kind of blowing some of this really powdery snow so far today. As we continue on into the start of the new week, sub-zero wind chills possible with that alert day on Tuesday. We're probably going to upgrade Wednesday as well. It's just an impact day right now. Still expecting the teens to roll in for highs as we go through the week. Temperatures will try and get close to 20 as we near next weekend.